Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahak, Wadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith, and with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is going to be a quick lesson. I'm going into something I was meditating on. Okay, something I was meditating on through the spirit. And I also was having a conversation with a brother, going kind of into this. But I was already meditating on doing this lesson. And only the Most High God, the Most High power, which is the God of Israel, Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, is the only way you can be made a God. Little g. Okay? God with the big G can only make you a God with a little g. Okay? You have, and the reason I want to bring this lesson out is because of the amount of New Age philosophy and occultic and esoteric practices that have widely increased in the last few decades, okay, which have always been practiced on the earth since the beginning. These different left-handed practices, these demonic religions, okay, the left-hand path going all the way back to the garden, okay. As a matter of fact, okay, this is the book of Genesis chapter 3 and 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Okay, and this is the premise of all these modern day New Age and occult religions. Okay, like Kabbalah, Gnosticism, okay, even Satanism, and all the other isms, right? They believe that they can become a god. They can become God. That's what it's all about. Okay, through gnosis or through knowledge, they can basically become the highest power in their own lives, and they can manifest their life. They can manifest their will on the earth and do whatever it is they want to do. Okay, which makes me think of Thelema, which is the religion started by Aleister Crowley, which Thelema is a Greek word meaning thy will or the will, which is in the Bible, it's in the New Testament, right? But the saying of Thelema is, what do as thou wilt, meaning do whatever it is it is in your will to do. Basically, to be your own God, be your own boss, do what you want to do. And that is the essence of this world that we currently live in, even though everyone is not or has not been initiated into the various mystery schools that teach this philosophy, theosophy. The people that run the world do. and they put elements of this way of thought into the media, into the books, into the movies, into the music, Hollywood. They influence people on a subtle level to move this way. Okay, that's why you have the spirit of these women, especially the black woman who is Eve, thinking she can do whatever the hell she want to do. She doesn't need a man, she don't need nobody, she's independent. Okay, and the knowledge, the fruit that the Most High told Adam and Eve not to eat was the knowledge of good and evil. Okay, the knowledge of sin. How do you get the knowledge of sin? By sinning. Okay, by doing wickedness. And that's what Eve did. That's what Adam and Eve did. And they realized what it was like to be wicked, to rebel against the Most High, and everything that came along with that. And we're still suffering from that today. But the enticement was, you will become as the Most High, you'll become as gods. That was the enticement. Okay, and in all actuality, the Most High God is making his children gods. You see, we don't need to go to Satan to become a god. You don't need to rebel against the Most High God to become a god. Which you're not going to become a god that way anyway. That's deception. You're going to become missile food. That's what you're going to become, moving that way. The only true way to become a true power is by going through the Most High. And that is only available or accessible, that level of power, of thought, is only accessible by the elect of the nation of Israel, because we are the children of the Most High. Right? As the old saying goes, like father, like son. So if we are the children of the Most High, then we are gods. Right? But that comes through an awakening. That comes through a process of acknowledging who we really are and who the Most High is, and transforming our mind, as it says in Romans the 12th chapter, be ye not conformed to this world, but transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may know what that will. That probably is Thelema. You go into that word in Romans 12. Let's see. That might be Thelema. Romans 12. See, look, will right there, Thelema. Okay, so this is the real Thelema, the truth, being in the truth of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. That's the real Thelema. And it's not do as thy will, it's do as the Most High wills. Goofy. Okay, you can only, the scriptures say no man have resisted his will. So how the hell are you gonna do what you want to do? Yeah, you can do what you want to do, but you're gonna be judged for that, for doing what you want to do. You're gonna be judged as guilty. You're gonna suffer the punishment from doing what you want to do. Okay, but if you do as the Most High wills, then you're gonna be rewarded righteously. Okay, this is the word for Thelema. Strong's G 2307. What one wishes or has determined shall be done. Of the purpose of the Most High to bless mankind through Hamashiach. Right, and it's not mankind, not all of mankind. It starts with the Israelite man. Eventually, all of mankind is going to be blessed except Esau, because he got to go. But eventually, all mankind will be blessed in a sense. Israel is going to get the real blessing, which Israel in the Hebrew is what? Yashar Allah. He's a prince of God. He's a prince of the power. Okay? Of what God wishes to be done by us. You see that? So it's his will being performed by us. We are performing his will. So our will is aligned with the will of the Most High. That's how you truly become a power. That's how you become God on, because you're representing the Most High. Okay? Commands, precepts, will, choice, inclination, pleasure. Right? Oh, in Thelema, they tell you do as thou wilt. So they do a lot of what? Sex magic, freaking off. They do a lot of freak offs. Okay? They do drugs. They do whatever the hell they want to do. They go after their own pleasures. And they say through doing that, they can become a god. Right? But our pleasure, our desire is what? To do this work. Is to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? That you may do his good pleasure. That's what we want. Okay. Romans 12:2, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Okay. So again, that's the will. That's the true Thelema. As a matter of fact, I was going to also get this. Just get the precepts that I wanted. I'll close this out. I ain't want to make this long. Right? This is the book of St. John, chapter 3, and verse, not 3, Salakia. 1 John chapter 1 and verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Who's that talking about? Yahweh Shai, who is the second Most High God. After the Father, Yahweh Shai, the Son he's the next up. And the Most High gave him all power. He created the universe. Okay, the Father just sits on the throne and tell his Son what to do. And the Son does it perfectly. Okay? He came unto his own, and his own received him not. Who was his own? The Israelites. But as many as received him, right? So the majority of our people rejected him, but not all Israel rejected him. Many in Israel received him. And it says, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of the Most High. Okay, so those of us that are in this truth, we have been born again through the Spirit, and we're becoming the sons of God, which we're already the sons of God in the Spirit, but we didn't know it. We weren't living like it. We didn't have access to that power. We couldn't say that, in truth and sincerity, without the knowledge that we have now, without the Spirit that we have now. Like it says in Romans, the 8th chapter, the Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the sons of the Most High. The Spirit has to bear witness with your spirit to truly say that in truth and sincerity. The Spirit got to be on you, and the Spirit has come upon us, and it's changing us. It's changing our mind. It's changing the way we perceive information. It changes the way we speak. It changes the way we rationalize and make judgments. That's the beginning of the spiritual power. Being transformed by the renewing of our mind. Okay. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3 and 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Okay, so the spirit that's in this world, that's why we're not conformed to the image of this world, because this world is contrary to the Most High. It's contrary to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So it's contrary to us. So of course the rulers and powers that be will totally misunderstand true Thelema. They think true Thelema is going after their own lust. No, true Thelema is going after the will of the Creator. Goofy. Verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Okay, so we don't fully understand what it means to be gods, to be sons of the Most High, right? We know in Psalms 82 it says, I have said ye are gods. Okay, we know Yahweh Shai quoted that scripture as well, but we don't fully understand what that means. But we will. When Yahweh Shai returns, lo, will we be of that number? We're gonna see firsthand what it means to be a god. To have God power on earth. That's something Esau don't know about. That's something the heathens don't know about. Only Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the angels, really know what that's like, because the angels are gods too. That's what the word angel means. A messenger. Who are they? Who's sending them? The Most High. So they're messengers. They're representatives of the Most High, which makes them powers as well. Okay. Verse 3. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. So we're waiting on this manifestation. Like it says in Romans 8, the manifestations of the sons of the Most High. The whole world is waiting for it. And we're preparing our minds, we're preparing our vessels for that manifestation. Okay. So that's pretty much it. It's just something I wanted to speak on real quick. Lord willing, it was edifying. With that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai. Until the next one, Shalom.